Are you ready? Stand by.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Three Gun Show. I'm your host, Dave Hartman, and we have a special piece of content for you here today. This is the match brief of the 2018 Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Match, and with me is the match director, Adam Maxwell. Adam, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Dave. Something we've been doing for a while here in various mediums. Nobody likes to go to the shooters meeting at the beginning of a match, so since it's 2018, we decided we're just going to record it and post it up there so everyone can see it and access it at their leisure. And then we can all just go straight to the stages and start doing what we all like to do anyway, which is shoot guns.
Awesome. I'm excited to do this here. I've never done a match brief on the podcast or on YouTube, and we're about to do both here. So I'm going to sit along for the ride, and if I have any questions, I'm just going to speak up.
Yeah. So as a match director, I'm pretty close to the match, so things that just make sense to me might be an oversight for of disinterested is the right word, but somebody who doesn't know. So if Dave sees a question that's something that I breezed over, he's gonna raise the red flag or stop me and ask me a question so we can elaborate on that. But basically, what we have here, this is official match material. Everyone who signed up or participates in the match is subject to everything we're about to talk about, and it can be reviewed or consulted for official arbitration purposes at any time during the event. So first, we are our primary goal for this match. We are a fundraiser for the Task Force Dagger Foundation. All registration fees, everything that's left after expenses is going straight to the Task Force Dagger Foundation. Brief synopsis of what they are. They are a 501c3 foundation that supports wounded veterans of the special operations community. Task Force Dagger was the initial special forces lead into the Afghanistan war. They started out just servicing the Green Beret Special Forces community. In the later years of the war on terrorism, they have since encompassed special operations groups from all branches. They help them with getting back to the States, reuniting their families when they are wounded overseas, and then helping them reacclimate back into society with the disabilities that they've been inflicted with. So one of the things that they do is recreational therapy, which is where the Task Force Dagger 3 gun comes in. These guys, were warriors and gunfighters at the highest level before their injuries, and 3 gun helps them kind of realize that they have changed in their abilities, but they can still shoot weapons. They can still shoot weapons pretty good. They just can't do it the way they could before. So it kind of helps them put their life in perspective and help them
reacclimate.
Yeah, reacclimate to society. So that's the primary one of the primary missions of the Task Force Dagger Foundation. I have been supremely touched by every story I've ever heard from anyone involved with the foundation. So I believe wholeheartedly in what they do, and so we have selected them from the beginning to be the beneficiary of our match. So our goal this year is to raise $15,000 for the foundation. Last year we donated just shy of $9,000. So we have a couple ways that we're going to do that. Prizes. I realize it's a match. I wish we could just do away with prizes and shoot guns for fun, but I know everybody wants prizes. Sponsors want to get their product out there. Basically what we did for this year is the way we structured the match. All sponsorship donations to the prize table are considered tax-deductible donations to the foundation, and thusly we have gotten a ridiculous amount of prizes. I know everybody says that. Everybody says their prize table is stacked. There's going to be tons of prizes. Our sponsors have really stepped up. I'm not that guy. I don't have to elaborate. I'm just going to say that for a gathering of about 100, 120 people, the industry has sent a lot of prizes our way to support this cause. So I'm pretty confident saying everybody is getting something pretty cool when we walk this prize table. The way prize table works, prizes are 100% based off of shoot-off placing. Basically, just checking my notes here. Prizes are distributed by order of finish in the shoot-off. So the shoot-off is going to go first, second, third, and then it's random draw by tier of finish. So everybody who didn't make the semifinals is going to get drawn out of a hat. Then everybody who was eliminated the tier before that going to get drawn out of a hat, so on and so forth until everything is given away. So that's basically how the prizes work. Areas, we're using gates 2 and 3 at the Forest Lake Sportsman's Club. There will be no stages at gate 1. Logistics of closing that part of the range are just impractical for what we're going to do, and it doesn't really fit with our schedule that we're trying to fit. So we won't be over at gate 1. We'll have 2 stages over at gate 2 and 3 stages at gate 3.
If you go to, I'm sorry to jump in real quick. Last year when I came to Forest Lake Sportsman's Club, that was one of the things that was kind of a mystery to me. Like, where is gate 1? Where is gate 2? Generally, the Google Maps will take you right to gate 2, I believe, right, which is where the clubhouse is and all the trap and skeet.
That is correct.
Okay, and then if you're looking for gate 3, just keep driving.
Yep, and I believe there's also aerial maps on the Forest Lake website.
Yeah, those are very helpful too. So check those out.
In the past, I have been local to the Forest Lake Sportsman's Club. So in the area of help, I could do a lot of things, get away with a lot of things because I could invest my own time in it. I have relocated for this year, as most people know. So all setup activities are going to be going on the week of the match. And I need help. So if you are available to help set up on the Wednesday or Thursday preceding the match, that would be awesome. I really don't expect very many people to show up. If you are that type of person, we've probably already been in contact because I know who you are. But as far as teardown goes, I have to be at work on Monday, just like all of you. So we do need to have all the stages torn down and all the equipment put away on Sunday. So volunteer help in dismantling the Saturday stages is greatly appreciated. If you are available or interested in helping with that, just grab somebody in a red shirt. They will definitely direct you in the direction that they need to go to do all that. So that help is still greatly appreciated.
Should we plan on tearing down Saturday or should we plan on tearing down Sunday?
The Saturday stages are all going to get torn down except for what we need for the shoot-off and for the side stages.
Okay, so those will be torn down Saturday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So Saturday night, we're going to tear a bunch of stuff down, and whatever's left, depending how the schedule works out, whatever's left on Sunday, everything has to be torn flat by close of business on Sunday. So, the community has always been really great about this. I've always had people who just kind of took that bull by the horns and ran with it, and I really appreciate that. And I'm going to especially need that help again this year to continue to do this event at this venue. Given that I'm not local to the area anymore, because I can't just come back on Monday and clean up whatever's left. So that's on volunteer help. It's never been an issue, but if you are inclined to help, your help is greatly appreciated. So please step forward on that. The match is being run as a UML match this year down here in Wisconsin. The Northern Lights USSL Club is how we've been running the Lodi matches down here. So we have adopted the UML rule set, United Multi-Gun League. It's posted on the United Shooting Sports League's website. It is an official USSL match. We are working on getting it sanctioned as a district match for experience points for people who are signed up for the United Shooting Sports Leagues, like Dave.
Yeah, buddy.
If you want credit for those points, make sure you put your USSL number in your practice score registration, and we're going to hopefully get you some points. And so I think we will have enough people that finishes will qualify for the different rankings. So if you finish 70% in this match, you will be classified as expert in UML. If you finish 80%, that makes you semi-pro, and if you finish in the 90 percentile, that makes you pro in Tech Optics and 2x4 Open, which is the two divisions we're running.
Ooh.
We're recognizing Tech Optics, which is the same division you're used to running for anything. I mean, a lot of folks ask me about the intricacies of UML. It's not that different from what we've traditionally run. There's a subtle difference in the scoring, and there's a more inclusive list of divisions. But we're recognizing Tech Optics division, and then to make Open a viable division, we have also decided to recognize 2x4 Open. So we have two divisions: Tech Optics, 2x4 Open. 2x4, for those who don't know, incorporates a rifle, a pistol, a shotgun, and a PCC are eligible for your use. You need to use at least two of the four on any given stage. You need to shoot at least 3 targets with any gun you decide to use. Does that make sense, Dave?
It does. It absolutely does.
A couple of people have asked me questions like, so do I need a shotgun to shoot the match? In 2x4? No, you don't. You could technically shoot the whole thing without a shotgun if you wanted to. You could shoot the whole thing without a bottleneck rifle if you wanted to, or you could get away without shooting it with a PCC. So you don't need to have all 4 of the guns with you, but you're shooting in a division where 4 guns are eligible to engage applicable targets.
Okay.
And then there are like if we have flying clays, which we will, there are alternate targets that are going to be set for 2x4 division. So in 2x4 division, you can elect not to shoot the shotgun, and we will be giving you. There will be a alternative target for you to shoot of comparable challenge, but it will only be eligible for 2x4 participants, and they will have to declare which target they want to shoot at. If you don't want to shoot at a flying clay target, it's probably going to be an IPSC A box at a very long distance. So that's 2x4 and UML rules. We're going to use the Expedition Multi-Gun scoring system, which is basically the lower penalty tier of the scoring system. The difference between UML Expedition and UML Traditional is that the penalties are reduced by about half in Expedition. So failures to neutralize, unhit targets, failures to engage are less painful in Expedition, which encourages faster stage times, which is what we're about because we got a lot to do on Saturday. Registration remains open. We initially projected it to close, but it is open through Independence Day. A couple of people found out that they missed the registration window. It remains open through Independence Day. At that time, we're going to lock it down, just get it organized. So if you can't decide by then, better luck next year. You will not be cleared to squad until you have paid. So you're allowed to register without payment, but you are not allowed to squad, and then you're not allowed to shoot without paying the fee. Remember, this is a fundraiser. We are trying to generate funds for a charity. Once you have been cleared to squad, please do so. There are potentially 5 squads. One of them is locked right now so that we can fill the 4 squads evenly. One squad will start shooting promptly at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, shoot all the way through without a break. One will shoot at a staggered interval, probably 10:30. I need to confirm that, but there will be a forthcoming squad matrix, but they will start late, shoot all the way through. The other 2 squads will have a break at some point during midday as we rotate through. That matrix is going to be forthcoming here in the coming week. During the shoot-off, there will also be a Hyperfire side match, for which the winner is going to win a Hyperfire rifle again, from what I understand. So that's a Dash for Cash, pay-to-play side stage. Basically, for those...
What is the cost of the side stage?
This is a good question. I think we're doing $5 a run. $5 a run, probably shooting X steel targets at a pretty close distance, which is always fun. But so a lot of folks get this confused. We have 5 base stages on day 1. You will get to shoot the shoot off at least 2 times. More if you don't get eliminated, but if you lose both bouts, you will still get to shoot 2 times. And then the side match is also going to be open. So round count, I project round count to be about 200 rounds per gun. And at minimum, which is well, not at a minimum, but you figure typically we project about 100 rounds per gun for a club match. It's pretty much 2 club matches back to back, so I figured 200 rounds per gun. Of course, I would always recommend that you bring more, especially if you intend to be successful in the shoot off. You might use a lot more, but typically 200 rounds per gun. Have slugs available, and there will be no buckshot. There will be no slings either.
On that side stage, are we shooting our own ammo, or are we going to be shooting provided ammo?
Excellent question. I believe the ammo is provided.
Okay.
I believe the ammo has been donated either by Vortex or Hornady.
Okay.
I apologize
Cool.
if I got that incorrect. But both of those are sponsors of the match. Check-in, we are not going to have a pre-registration check-in before the match. On your first stage, you will have to sign a waiver to shoot, but we're going to take care of all of that on the morning of the shoot. So show up to your first stage at your assigned time. You do not need to present yourself for registration beforehand. Vehicle use on the range is restricted. It's for staff use only, and I even fairly strict about the staff using them. Vehicles moving up and down the range are really just a liability and congestion. So I don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for the moving of equipment with vehicles. We can park pretty close to the stages, and we're going to try to keep vehicles out so that there is room for everybody, and so that match staff can get around in the vehicles we need to use for official business. But other than official match use, vehicle use on the range is restricted to designated parking areas. Format. So format is we're going to shoot 5 stages in rotation via the forthcoming squad matrix on Saturday. Those scores will be compiled as they would for any match. The standings of which will be used to seed a bracket, an NCAA style bracket for day 2.
Yeah.
Everybody will shoot off right away in the morning. First round takes a while. Please present to the range on time to be part of that. In the bylaws of the shoot off addendum, there are disqualifications for not being there when you're supposed to be there. So make sure you're there. We'll go into the specifics of the stage and the briefing and all that for the shoot off itself when we get there. Gunfighter Targets is working on a rifle stop plate for this year.
Oh my!
So Carl has gone into his laboratory to make us a rifle stop plate for this year. So hopefully that's what we have to look forward to there. Yes, we're going to shoot off. First round usually takes quite a while because we have about 100 people to get through. That's 50 bouts, give or take. Everybody who's eliminated in round 1 will be seated into a separate bracket. That bracket will go and shoot off single elimination in a separate bay. The winner of which will come back to shoot off against the winner of the winner's bracket for the first place of the shoot-off match. In the past, that's been an exhibition bout. This year, if you get knocked out in the first round, you win the second chance bracket. You can come back and win the whole thing in the last shoot-off.
That is amazing.
Best 2 out of 3.
Cinderella story.
Yep. So you can Cinderella story this whole thing and go home with the gun. Yeah.
That's what we call the hard way right there.
Yeah, that's doing it the hard way.
Yeah, so if you think that you have what it takes, you could game it that way. You could intentionally lose your first bout, go clean up in the in the second chance bracket and come back. We'll see if anyone tries that strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see if it works out.
We have had 2 rifles proctored for raffle. We will be selling raffle tickets for a JP rifle here starting the week that this publishes, and I believe it will run until the 1st of August. We will also be raffling off a Radian rifle on site at the match. I should have remembered what the cutoff was, but basically we're going to do raffle for that one. We're going to raffle it off, or if we don't sell enough tickets, we're going to do a 50-50 of the pot, and the rifle is going to go on the prize table. So
Nice.
You have a chance to raffle win a JP rifle with a Vortex PST 1.6, or there will also be a Radian R1 for raffle as well.
Both sweet rifles. Adam, what are raffle tickets going to cost?
I believe they're $20 a piece or 3 for $50.
Okay.
I think that's what Travis said, but details are going to be forthcoming on that too. We're working on finalizing the legalities of having a rifle raffle before we post it, but we're pretty much ready to launch that here in the last week of June.
Cool. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'll put updated information in the notes there. And then if you're listening to this on the 3 Gun Show podcast, just tap your album art on your smartphone there, and it'll take you right to the 3 Gun Show's webpage where this is at, and we'll include those details for you.
Absolutely. We are going to have food. I believe we're going to have food both days, provided or prepared by the Forest Lake Sportsman's Club trap team, or the Forest Lake High School trap team. And I believe Rise Armament is also sponsoring that. So we'll have food available for sure on Sunday. I believe on Saturday as well. We're just finalizing those details, but you can plan on that. And then we will also be doing a live rendition of the 3 Gun Show.
Yeah.
So if you have topics you wish for Dave to discuss on the show, feel free to comment below or send those to him. I'm working on getting him some co-hosts.
If you write your topic down on a $5 bill and pass it to me while I'm on the air, that is your best chance of getting it on the show. And then we'll give that $5 bill to Task Force Dagger.
Oh, boom!
There you go.
There we go. So we will be doing a live broadcast of the 3 Gun Show, at the shoot off, like we did last year.
Who is the biggest celebrity in Minnesota? We got to get that person out. Is it still Prince? Is it not?
Oh man, I heard Larry the Cable Guy has a cabin near there.
Oh really?
Yeah,
we're gonna get him.
I know. We can get Dustin Sanchez.
Oh, nice.
I think his schedule was available.
Same guy, really. Larry the Cable Guy, Dustin Sanchez.
Yeah. They often get confused in public. But I believe that concludes the quick notes of things we wanted to touch on before the match. Obviously, we're going to have written stage briefs coming out and more information to follow. But the broad strokes of things we need. One more thing. I always touch on this every year because we're a little bit. We have a lot of regional folks who don't travel around very much. So, in the event of arbitration, first read the rules, especially if you aren't familiar with the UML rules. But the process for arbitrating, if you would like, the ROs make a call. If you don't like the call, you can consult the range master, who is me, at any time for any reason. Completely within your bounds to do so. If you go that route, though, please understand that first thing I'm going to do is I'm probably not there watching it, so I'm going to consult my ROs first because I have selected them for their impartiality and objectivity and knowledge of the safety rules and the rules of play. So I'm going to consult them first so I can get up to speed on the facts of what happened and their opinion of what happened, and then I will consult the shooter. I ask at that time that you remain anonymous. It's probably in your best interest to just remain anonymous when we're going through that process, and give us a moment to talk. It's not us versus you. It's just me trying to understand what happens before we address the emotions of what's involved. So best practice at any match you go to, once you call for the range master, just stand back, let the ROs talk for a minute, and then we will address you and your concerns. But if you choose to arbitrate at the match, I ask that you adhere to that process. You can call for the range master at any time for any reason. I will come. I will consult the ROs, and then we will hear your side of the story as well. But if you're going to arbitrate, please adhere to that process. That concludes the official match briefing for the 2018 Jeff Kirkwold Memorial 3-gun match. This is official match material. All participants are subject to its contents and is subject to reference and arbitration at any time. Look forward to seeing everybody at the match, and we'll go shoot some guns and raise some money for the Task Force Dagger.
Right on, Adam. Before we go, I do just want to add that, again, this is a fundraiser for Task Force Dagger. So generously open up your wallet. Bring all those extra dollars that you've accumulated in your couch cushions and your console, your car. Put them together and shoot the side stage. Get some raffle tickets and stuff like that. It all goes to a good cause, and you might walk away with something cool as well. Adam, I'm totally pumped to do this, man. I can't wait to shoot this match again and to do the live show. Had so much fun last year. It's going to be a good time, dude.
Oh, and one more thing. We do promote a lot of our sponsors and things like that. I do want to give a big thank you to Mr. Jeremy Hastings. Jeremy Hastings. He is the owner of the Haunted Hayride that donates a lot of our equipment. He is probably one of the biggest supporters of matches at the Forest Lake Sportsman's Club with the equipment he allows us to use. And he's probably one of the least thanked people. So if you know who Jeremy is and you see him around at the match, please go up to him and say thank you for him letting us use some of the equipment that we use, in addition to all of our industry sponsors. So I think that's all we have, and we'll see you all at the range.
Right on. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Dave.
Hey, before you take off, one quick correction. The ammunition for the side match is being provided by ORM Tech, and you can find a link in the show notes to this episode along with other important information at 3gunshow.com/JKM2018. So that is going to have all the stuff that Adam and I talked about here. And if you have any questions, post up a comment and we'll be watching it.
If you are finished, unload, show clear.